Well, welcome back to the action. We have made it. Single elimination. I mean, we've got Frost, Scott this morning. It was a little hectic, but we got there.
Yeah, you got to wait until the players are completely finished with their match with the software we're using, and they don't know who they're going to play if you've got one match open, but it did finish, and we are ready to roll. This is going to be a very good match, in my opinion. Moritz, one of the best players on tour. I love his transition. He's facing an absolute killer.
Yeah, battle of the countrymen, both from Germany. Phil's going to get this match underway. Is he going to get a look at the blue 2? Possible combo, the 8 in the side. We'll get a look in a moment.
Yeah, I think it's definitely playable. The 2 so close to the 8, you can control it pretty well, and I think the 4 isn't hurting anything. He could go into the 4. He could potentially go around the 4 and 6. There are defensive plays, and Filler pretty passive at times. I think that's what makes him such a well-rounded player now. And it will most likely be the defense. Hard to tell with where he's aiming right now. Well, there you have it. He did go around the 6. That's how good it lied. And pretty good here as well.
Really adjusted well after day 1. He was all over the show, but since then, Scott, you know, we knew it wouldn't take Phil long. He's been computing the bounces of the table in the brain, and he's looking pretty good.
I talked to him about the table. He says he likes it more than most of the tables he plays on, because when you get comfortable with this table, it's consistently the same. So when you get comfortable with it, you just tone it down a little bit and allow the table to really do the work. But it can get in your head if things go a little bit awry, which I totally understand as well.
Couple of rails here, center of the table. Center of the table in a lot of your positional shots gets the job done at 9 ball.
Yeah, and a 7-footer as well. That's like really where you want to be on a 7-footer all the time.
Well, Joshua Filler there, off to a great start. Well, this is rack 1 stats. This is what we've got coming up for the rest of the day. Big Kev, keeping you pool fans informed.
Yeah, that's the pool stat guy. Mike Hammond and his team doing big things. We're excited to have him on board. They are off-site. They keep full stats of every rack. Big break from Filler, and you don't typically see it, but he's getting comfortable with it, and that's not good news for the rest of the field. My pick is out of the tournament. Omar Al-Shaheen defeated Federgorst. Bit surprising.
Yeah, we know he's got a bit of pedigree. Got to that World 9-ball final, didn't he? Lost out to Alvin Ocean a few years ago. Kind of went off the map a little bit. Gone missing. He's back. Big result for the man.
Not the end of the world if you get above the 4 here. Pretty awkward. He's going to try to stay off the rail. I wonder if he could come all the way back for the lower right corner. It'd make life easier, but that's not going to happen. He keeps it simple. Okay, I think he's all right. If you can avoid the 7 going forward and stay below the left side pocket, that would be ideal. But it looks like he's forced to elevate, Karl.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and listen, he's not guaranteed to make this. You expect him to, but gone in the middle of the hole, and that's not bad. He can play this in the corner.
Yeah, or the right side. I would assume either one lays well. It was really the red 3 that started it. Fell flat on that, which caused the awkwardness on the 4. Okay, he's missed this ball. Never thinking. I know he's never thinking he's going to miss it. Just happenstance that he got behind the 7 and 9. He was always going that way.
Crazy, really, how good Phil is. There's a little bit of me that I do expect to miss now and again. I really do. You can see the plant here. He's trying to come off the top rail, and he's trying to hit the left of the purple coming down. I think that's the idea.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely the idea. He's got an odd chance of making this on the right side. Tough to judge. Well, watch the scratch. That's a little unlucky. Did catch it a lot thinner than he'd have liked. It's just really strong for me as far as this matchup in the final 32. This is the qualification round where they're all guaranteed money at this point going forward, but this could have been a final. I think every match on every single table that we have in here could have been a final. Yeah, he's overworked this. Thought he would come above just for that reason. Maybe he forgot where he's playing. See what he's looking at there. 1, 2, 3 behind the yellow and black. And that's a great look. Overcut the 5 in this rack to the side. Undercut the 7. Maybe tried to adjust there, Karl. I don't know. But look at this. He's gotten away with it again.
Yeah, a couple of misses, and Neuhausen's got to be feeling a little bit sick. I know it's the old saying of, listen, you're back at the table. I get it. But look at the spot he's in.
Yeah, what are the odds of coming off the point, 7 ending up in the middle of nowhere and getting completely covered by the only ball left on the table is a little bit gross. I always like to slap at this ball with maybe just a touch of low, like you're kicking it to the right side pocket, but you got to bet on what he's going to do. Or is he just jumping at this to make it? With all the measuring he did, I feel like he's got something higher level in his bag here. He's jumping it to make it. He tried to draw it back, but he'll take that to the lower right corner.
That was special. Landed the cue ball on the 7. Well, Joshua Filler, couple of silly errors. Look at this. Landed it straight on the brown, straight into the upper corner. What a shot.
Yeah, when we were looking at the draw, this one stuck out at us pretty quickly. First look at Moritz. The break shot. All right, high with the 1. And it's dry. Take another look here. Well, I don't feel like he caught it thin, maybe. No clue, to be honest. Yeah, coming all the way over. And Scher's making the 1 as well, versus just trying to drift it and stay right of the 5. It's a little touchy that way. He's got some traffic. You see the 6, 8, 7, even the 9. Where does he want to get on the 3? Out towards the middle. Maybe go towards the 7 here, or do you want to go towards the 9? I think the 7's a lot safer. That's my opinion, though. Boy, it feels dangerous. If you catch a piece of the 9 going in, I don't think you can go wrong if you catch the bottom edge of the 7. Just use the right speed. He's going to use that outside ball and go at the 9. This is what I was concerned about all along. Did he get away with it? I don't think so. I felt like just going at the bottom of the 7 softly, he couldn't go wrong.
Still chops. No, it's thin. But he's got to look at this. Missed a couple of balls, Scott, so this is going to test the back arm.
Yeah, and that's pretty strong, but I don't know where the cue ball's finishing, Karl. Did all right. I think he's landing in a perfect position to draw short side for the green. So I think it was a pretty big mistake in the positional play to the 4, but he's overcome it. Day in, day out. I don't think there's anybody better. He's a lot like a machine, in my opinion. It is stunning when he misses a ball, especially one that he's a heavy favorite to make.
Might sound silly, but that felt like a big run out for Joshua Filler, who is a former US Open champion. Though the Pearl Strickland and Shane Van Bonen are tied at 5 apiece, and in just a few days' time, we're going to be starting the US Open Pool Championships. Brand new venue in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, Karl, I was going to mention, you see that picture of Earl Strickland where he's kind of like peering into something. That was at the Florida Open 2 years ago, and Karl Boys and myself were actually commentating that match. It was wild. It was so funny. Put a cue down on the table and started looking out into the crowd at somebody that was talking. Filler leading 2-1. Boy, it looks like he's trying to put everything into this break that he can. The leg was coming up. He looked like the old Johnny Archer from back in the 90s. It's the rollout, Karl.
Yeah, the old pusheroo. It's always an interesting part of the game. It's a funny one, isn't it? You can't leave anything too obvious and easy. But at the same time, you don't want to leave it too difficult.
Right. The 2 does play to the lower right. I'm wondering, Josh is left-handed. I'm just wondering if he pushed up, like to the halfway mark in between where you could jump the edge of the 7, potentially play the 2 to the corner, the 9 to the lower left corner, because I don't think Moritz is left-handed. So it would give Josh an advantage if he could roll up to about the midway mark, somewhere along the lines where the 5 is in the direct line where you jump half the 7. How good is Josh with the jump cue? I don't feel like I ever see him jumping a ball. He's always typically in line.
He's around 50-50, I think. Sometimes he nails them, sometimes he just completely mishits them.
Well, the 2, I believe, goes. It's tight. Might get one more look. Yeah, he's getting a look. I believe it goes, but that's really tight. Is he taking a look at the 9 here? You can bank the 2 up table and use the 3 and 9. I think you just bank the 2 up to the left of the 9 and 7 all the way back. Got a big wall there. Check it out of the lower right corner.
Yeah, that is a complete mishit there from Neuhausen.
He's lost all the outside spin. The outside spin's what deflects the cue ball off the object ball. You've got to twist that ball in order to make it work.
He's got a little gap to find it in between 7 and 9. It's not a complete guarantee. You've still got to find it.
He's there. This 2 rail line, Karl, it's been getting away from him at times. Is he going 1 or 2? He was looking at the 2 rail line. I believe it's 2.
I believe it's 1.
Well, then it is. Yeah, he's realized that it will get away from him, or could.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, going off the 1 rail, especially on this type of equipment. Same here, he's going to come through the gap in between purple and 8. Oh, he's got into this. Oh, no. Joshua Phillip. Could have gone forward off 2, you know. Wow.
Yeah, that's the only way you introduce the side pocket. Here's another look. You just got into it, like Karl said, a little much. Playing on Simona's cloth. Nothing's changed. We've seen some crazy stuff at this table.
Yeah,
this week
yeah, we
has
have.
been insane.
Yeah, to be fair, it's clearly catching players out. But it's made for some drama. I'll give it that. Well, Neuhausen won't believe he's locked at 2-2. Of course, Neuhausen is our MVP from last year's Moscone Cup. He's desperately trying to make the team again for Europe. It's not going to be easy. But there's a few dollars up for grabs this week. 27th through to the 30th. We're back at the Caribe Royale. 2 years ago, it was fantastic. I just remember packed arena. It was very loud, very energetic in there, and I'm sure it's going to be the same again.
Yeah, high with the 1. We've seen it so much. Pretty messy, to be honest. Oh, he can get to this, and it must go. Hard to tell from the corner.
There's no way that goes. Surely.
Yeah, he's acting like it can.
That is baffling. It's unbelievable, isn't it? How the camera can fool you. Down pretty quick here. Oh, that's a nice shot. Loads of spin.
Yeah, the 2 to the 3 was extra special. Not easy to do. He was extremely thin.
Yeah, just wants to get the right angle here. I'm interested to see if he's going to use the second rail. Pretty smart on this table.
Yeah, I'm going back to last rack, and I agree with you. I think you take away that scratch, just go forward, let the rails do the work once again. This is the shot that can get tricky. He's dialed in. I don't think that's going to happen, but you can come short because you're afraid of it going long, right? So you get a little hesitant at times. We all know that. Playing on a fast table, it'll play tricks with your mind at times. Just doesn't want to connect with the 9 here. Might have to put a little twist on this. All the way around for the right side.
Well, he's playing well, but he's not playing well rack after rack. He's sort of pinching a rack, then making a mess of it. Who cares? It's 3-2. Yeah, J Flowers Cues, one of the Phoenix Open sponsors. We appreciate it, of course. Head over to the website, jflowerscues.com. Lots of good product over on the website. Okay, Joshua Phillip has got to try and win a rack after playing well in the previous rack. He's blobbed his lines twice in this match. And it's a scratch in rack 6. Here's another look. Oh, that hurts. That is awful when you draw it off the one rail straight into the side. That's going to sting. And just looking at the split, these are very, very kind indeed. Every ball just leads itself to the next one.
Love his transition, meaning the takeaway to the delivery. Gotta be one of the smoothest in the business.
Yeah, what Moritz has done as well is he's shown the pool world that he's a big time player. There's no question about it. winning the European Open this season. He's won the Premier League last season. Played in the Mosconi Cup for the first time at the back end of last year. And he got the MVP award. Played really well at Ali Palette. "7-1 down to Naoki Oi in that European Open final, and just played unbelievable to get the win. This one's going along at a really nice speed as well. It's been an open match. Yeah, Neuhausen back to threes. Okay, let's have a look at a few of the stats. It's still early doors, but I think the biggest stats would be the missed shots from Joshua Filler. 2 missed balls, easy balls as well.
Yeah, from the stat guy, Mike Hammond and his team. 2 fouls apiece. Yeah, 1 break and run to Filler.
Yeah, the previous break from Josh was a bad one. He just drew the cue ball off that side rail straight into the opposite middle pocket. One in the side. Neuhausen has not made it yet. He's 0 from 2.
Yeah, I think you just had a talk with the one. It's going in. Next time he breaks. Boy, what a mess.
Yeah, 0 from 3.
Yeah, and 80% of the balls are down here. Not good. Why does this keep happening? I think that was a complete mishit, though. Pretty darn thin. You can see where the cue ball finished. The one was well short of the right side, so the talk he had, he better have a better talk next time. This is his forte, Karl.
2 rails in behind it. Kick and stick. Got to go.
Yeah, what an effort, though. You can see what he's trying to do there. I think he caught it a little thin, right? You want to catch a more ball to get that one moving just a bit more. Got a big wall over here. Can't you just bank this up? Make it sound so easy, but just bank it up past the purple and use this wall on the left side. It's going to be an inside ball. I don't think the kiss is on. Wonder if we can get a look from above. No, I don't think the kiss is on. You can max inside this and you're still going to avoid it on the top side. Is he entertaining the one off the 3, Karl?
Certainly that's what he's measuring at the minute, whether he plays it or not. I sort of don't mind him going at it, to be honest.
Safety looks pretty high percentage, though. Although you could risk leaving a good jump to the side pocket. That's where he's looking to leave the cue ball if that's the case.
Well, he's giving this table a right good talking to. Well, he took a gamble, didn't he?
little surprised that he took that on. Felt like that safe was so high percentage. Does he do anything with the 6 here? Just kind of nudge it out of the way, or does he leave it? Might be a bit dangerous to go at it. It's more feel if you do. Staying away from it. He's acting like this is something new. The cue ball is hot at all times. Jack Circa, Chris Lulick, Table Mechanics. They wanted it fast. It's fast.
Does he have a pocket? I presume not, because he's not really looked at one, has he? He'd have been weighing it up by now, you'd have thought, so it's going to be a safety.
Yeah, and you see the 8-9 right there, but the safety is a lot trickier than you think, because you got to get the 4 away. It's a no man's land, and it needs to get a rail. Wondering if you could. Yeah, he's in. It's actually a trickier position than you think, or we would think. I was wondering if he could go up table here. Is he cross banking at this? Pretty clever. It's not going to work, I don't think, but pretty clever. I love his thought process there. Trying to backdoor a safety and play the 4 to the left. Yeah, I don't know that that's going to get him anywhere. Jump shot coming.
Yeah, I'm with you. You kind of feel like the jump shot's going to come, but he's still got the playing cue in the hand at the minute.
I don't remember him doing this much measuring.
I know he's pointing everywhere.
Yeah, he has been since game number 1.
Okay, maybe it is the jump cue in his hand then. It seems like he's got a fly at this one, Scott. What else can you really do? I know you can kick it a couple of options, but where's the safety? It's not really there, is it?
Yeah, I mean, the 7's the only thing that's really helping you if you try to kick at it, and I don't know that it's helping you. You've got to go, like Karl said. Obviously, the upper left corner, you got to watch out for. Probably the right side pocket as well, believe it or not, if he makes it.
Yeah, well, that's worked out. He's got to look at this 5 ball. That cross bank that Filler played, it was kind of the worst case scenario where the pink finished.
Yeah, exactly. Caught it a little thin. Filler's still trying to get used to the equipment, I guess, because a couple of things have been short, including that bank. I think you go 1-2 around below the 6 here. Is he just going to go up to the 7, obviously? Boy, it took a lot of touch. He's got that touch, though. That's that slow transition. Not afraid to roll the ball if he has to. Also, talking about the jump cue, I think Moritz is up there in the top 10, no question either. Very good at it.
Rolling the cue ball up there because he knows that 6 may come away a little bit now. If this is dead straight, he's got a bit of work to do. I think he's got a bit of an angle.
Yeah, it's the wrong one, maybe. Might be forced to elevate a little bit. Like to be above the 6 here. He's just a fraction below it, I believe. A little misleading, obviously, at times. So he's going to have to stun upward, Karl. Maybe use the long rail, maybe not. Well, he got everything and then some out of that.
slightly worrying for Filler, this. I have seen this over the years. He gets these chances, just makes a couple of little errors and goes on to lose matches. And it's the younger German who takes the lead here in the Budweiser Arena. Other matches going on, of course. We're down to the final 32. If you lose, you go home now. Single elimination all the way through. Albert Yanawata, he is not messing around. He's playing Antonakis from Greece. He's 5-0 up. Aloysius Yap against Duan Kwok Kwang. What a match that is. The world number one, Yap, 4-1 up. And Labutus against Candela. Labutus 3-2. Cleo Catcher, he's locked at 2-2 with Mario He. Atencio and Pitzel, 3-3. Gerson Martinez, 4-1 over Roda. And then last but not least, Chang Yu Lung, who yesterday beat Gorst on the main table. He's 5-1 up against the man who's just knocked Gorst out, Al Shaheen.
All right, has he had a real good speech with the one? He has. It's finally gone, and he's going to have a look at the 2. This spells trouble for Filler. The 3-5, not the worst. Can he just creep into maybe the back of the 4 here? Does he even need to?
Well, I hope SBC's not watching, because that might be on the light side.
Yeah, it felt like Filler's last break was a little bit questionable as well. All 8 balls down low. Here, you see 6 of them. Yeah, do you go into the 4 here, or do you just hold past it? I don't know. I know one thing, he didn't want to end up on the rail, and I believe he is stymied. Not positive, but I believe that's why you had to make a decision. Do you go into the bottom of the 4, or do you just go past it completely? How many times have you been in between, and then it happens exactly like you don't want it to? He must be able to get at it. Once again, a little misled. No question he can get at it. And what a strike there.
Yeah, that was pure, wasn't it? Right through the cue ball. And look at where it's finished.
It's like the only place he could have got to get a shot on the 3. Look at this. The 6 and 8 covering the corners up for the most part.
Yeah, just the right angle as well. Well, listen, Filler's had chances to, it was 2-2. He could have been 4-0 up with the mistakes he's made. You're going to get punished, aren't you? The game is going to punish you. We see it all the time.
100%. Drawn into the side pocket was really haphazard. Wow, that ball took off on him. Nice and tight position. He's actually known for one of the best cue balls in the business, but I don't know that he was trying to get there. And watch this combo. The impressive part is that he was on the rail there at that pace.
That'll work. Well, Moritz Neuhausen looks like he's hitting a good ball. Things working out nice.
Yeah. It's a pretty good little graphic there. I know who made that graphic. He's very good with this stuff, but so is that chalk. It's the V10 formula. It took them quite a long time to develop this. They don't release anything unless it's at its peak, at its best. Visit townbilliards.com. Check out all their products. They've got the V-Rack. They've got hats. They've got jerseys. Some of the nicest jerseys I've personally ever worn. And I think, well, Town has changed the industry. I'd like to repeat with the one, but not the white. Filler, you gotta feel lucky to even have ball in hand.
Yeah, that's just a repeat of Filler's break earlier on. Exact same strike, same hole.
Yeah, I really think these players are starting to get well above the 9 off the break shot. They've recognized that your percentage of getting a shot after the break is much higher. If you can avoid those two side pockets and stay high, that's the trick. That's how I scratched against Earl Strickland Hill in the U.S. Open 9-ball in 2015 when I was trying out for Team USA. It wasn't fun.
No, that break shot, Scott, when a player just draws it off that rail and arcs it into the pocket, it's a stinger for sure. Nice split here for Filler, though.
Really slowed himself down a little bit. I know he's going to get the extension, but it seems like his play is, well, Moritz a little bit slower as well, but just seems like he's throwing a little more caution to it. What I'm getting there is maybe just not comfortable, right? That's what we've seen with these odd mistakes that he's made. It's good news for everybody else because it's very rare. I just don't see him making a lot of mistakes. Of course, he's beatable. Happens all the time. As a matter of fact, he rarely wins all the tournaments. The last tournament was the UK Open, which was a great tournament to win, but I feel like he's supposed to win every one of them. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, that final at the UK Open, he won in record blistering time. Absolutely battered his opponent. It was unbelievable. Just needs to settle down, though. He's had a few flyers, and as I said, he does know this.
Yeah, the system at times won't update. The score was 5-3. It's been updated.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just kind of guessing at times. This is definitely cuttable, and he will go at it. And he's great at this play. Normally, very few people use the closed bridge on this cut shot. Very few. Filler always uses it, and this is overcut.
Yeah, Filler's just, I don't know, I've seen it for a couple years. He's just not killing them off. He's still winning tournaments, he is, but you were just saying, Scott, you feel like he should win all the time. How many chances has he had in this match?
A lot, but he could have the TMM. You know, I've talked about that. Some players get TMM.
Well, Neuhausen is well on his way to TMM 6-3.
He won Simonis 1960 This company originated. Incredible. They've been around forever. That's why they are the best of the very best. In the cloth industry, everybody has gone to the Shark Gray in the higher level tournaments. I can promise you, back when bonus ball started, this is well over a decade ago, they were the first to have gray cloth. And when we got down as players and started playing on it, the balls brightened up. Everything was easier to see. The Tour Blue is great. We love it. But it is a little bit darker. Okay. Same old song and dance. Back to the one going high. Did get into the break a bit more. You see the spread. Went into the 9 well. Wakely down here.
Yeah, Neuhausen's having a mare on the break. How's he 6-3 up? Well, we know how. Need to bounce. Gonna be a little bit thin, that one.
He might have to come all the way down. You would like to opt against that. Is he just going towards the 8 here? Or the 3? It's the 8.
Yeah, that was well judged, actually. He knew he was going to hit it fairly full and just keep that cue ball in that sort of area and just take the shot on the 3.
Still feel like he's just kind of all over the place starting from the get-go.
Seen it with Fedor Gorst this morning. He was playing losers qualification round against Omar Al Shaheen, and near the end of the match he had a few chances and he wasn't getting on the ball. The safeties was a bit loose and, well, he's out.
Yeah, this is a vital clearance here. You just know he's got to get this rack, and he's going to, barring any miracle from Neuhausen.
Yeah, choosing to come above the side pocket. Could have gone the other way, but can't really blame him. Well, he's going to run out of racks if he doesn't start winning. He's managed to win one, 6-4. 1 in the side, 2 out of 6 for Neuhausen, 4 from 4 for Filler. Look at the average balls pocketed on the Neuhausen break. It's down at 0.3. Wow, that's low.
Well, none of these stats really spectacular on the positive end, to be fair.
Yeah, Filler 4 missed pots as well.
He needs a look. He's not going to get it. And he cannot reach it. This is something Gorst would entertain jumping for sure. But I don't believe Filler can get to it. He's left-handed. Well, he's looking at it. I mean, if he can get there, but that's not where the cue ball is, so he's looking to maybe push to that point. Or you could push back a little bit, Karl. I think that there's a benefit there. I mean, you're trailing 6-4. I just don't know how good he is with it. I rarely see him using it.
Yeah, if he rolls there as well, Neuhausen, who we think may not be able to reach it, but we'll see where he rolls out to. He may be able to kick bottom rail, but Filler might have that in the back of the mind as well.
I like this. I don't know that he's going to get it back, though. Moritz is so good with the jump cue. but maybe a little gamesmanship. If he does give it back, Moritz is going to know how Josh jumps compared to us. Yeah, you see his leg up on the table. That does make the jump shot a lot more difficult, but he's given him like the smirk, good shot, because Filler can get to this much easier than Moritz. Knows he's kind of darned if he does, darned if he doesn't. Don't want to leave it in the hands of Filler. Karl touched on kicking behind the two as well. It's not the end of the world. You could catch that thick and create distance, no problem. I don't blame him for shooting this if he does.
Yeah, what a picture that is. Got the knee on the table, the arm bent.
Yeah, it looks like he's using the chin to steer the cue.
You're right, he is very good with that cue.
Yeah, he's really good at the cue. He's good in every department. Won the Hanoi. No, he didn't win the Hanoi Open. He lost to his friend Pius Labutis. I thought he was going to win the Hanoi Open. The last time we had that event, he was the best player of the whole week. Congrats to Pius. I'm not knocking that, but gosh, Moritz played so good that week.
Very consistent, isn't it? It all started in Bosnia, actually, when he won that Premier League title.
Yeah, he won that big ranking event. That's the first I'd even heard of him. That's been several years now at Jason Shaw's pool room, but it was really Bosnia for the big one.
Well, just before is what you're talking about, losing in Hanoi. And then, of course, this season he's won the European Open, so he is a big-time player. I thought he played really well in the Mosconi Cup.
Yeah, not to mention he was very sick throughout that Mosconi Cup. I had him on our podcast, The Boom and Freezer Show. It's the first plug I've made, by the way, all week. I'm not that guy. But if you get a chance, go there. Subscribe to the channel. You might like it. But he was mentioning, or I mentioned, how sick he was. I know he and his roommate, Pius Labutis, were very ill during the Mosconi Cup. Even more credit to how well they played. Sometimes you can play better with some type of a cold. I know it's always happened in the past. Is he shaving this and going up?
Wanted more distance. Yeah, Phil with his own acrobats on this shot. I presume you can just see a little sliver of the red 3, because if you could see it a little fuller, he'd have played the shot by now.
Is he trying to get him all the way up in behind these balls? Or is he just trying to edge it? Pretty good. Keeping the 3 as far away from the pocket as he possibly could, instead of just laying it up over there. I think Moritz might go to the air again. I'm wondering. Yeah, what do you think, Karl?
It's all about the green, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure is. It's a long ways from the cue ball. I don't think you can do it, can you? That's a big fly.
Yeah, it's where he's going to land it. It looks like the green edge is just in the way. It's looking at coming off here, though, with a shot at potting this past the pink.
Yeah, might even backdoor make the pink. You never know. He's just evaluating, though. Protractor is out. Pretty interesting system. I was taught that years ago when I was a youngster. All right. You just know that one of the reasons kick systems, in my opinion, are pretty subjective is because of how sharp a table plays or how slidey a table plays. We're talking millimeters here, so every table is a little bit different, especially here in Arizona with this TV table. Yeah, he's just off, man. Just not there. Don't know how many missed balls. We'll get that from the stat guy, the pool stat guy, but he's missed some balls in the last 11 games, Karl.
Yeah, it's that type of shot as well, isn't it? You know, it's a little bit steep. You're trying to slot it up past the side pocket. Got to stop. Doesn't want to be on the purple. Oh my, he is.
I've really never I just don't remember him doing all that measuring. I get it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's working for him, and that's maybe just a little bit more detailed. Karl, you're the one that picked off quite a while ago what he does with the chalk. That was a bug on the table. I thought it was a fly. It went out to the pink 4, and then Moritz, it looked like he just murdered it.
Well, look where the chalk is. I'm a bit concerned. It's not quite on the diamond.
Yeah, there's a big problem here.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this. He murdered the bug and the 4.
The 2-rail kick straight in the hole. And he's on the purple 5. Chalk is back on the diamond.
He's got a little bit of an angle here. Doesn't want to end up on the 50. Probably going to be the lower right or the right side pocket, whatever feels comfortable here for the green 6. I don't think you try to pinch this and hold. It's just a little steep.
He's the one of the 2 who just keeps knocking the balls in. He's just looking too good out there. It just looks like he's not going to make any silly errors. This 9's going to put him 3 in front, just 3 away. It's a race to 10 now. There is the 9 ball. Table number 1, by the way, is Albert Yanawata against George Antonakis. Yanawata is in a familiar spot. He's 9-1 up. Last week, the Arizona Open, he was 9-1 up in the quarterfinals against Purcell. He lost 10-9. Yeah, this is what we've got coming up. Of course, Phil and Neuhausen on right now, and then SVB against Robbie Capito. This is last 32 action. 7 p.m. will be the last 16, hence that is blank.
The chalk's perfect. The hair's perfect. But the break is anything but.
How's he winning this pool match? The way he's breaking. Look at that. 2 out of 7. 0.3 balls pocketed off the break.
It's incredible, really, to win from that position. Boy, you need a little help here, and it's the blue. He's received it. I don't know. That was dangerous. I guess he's trying to just touch the speed behind the 2 there. Caught it full.
Going airborne again. I don't know if he's trying to slice it up or is he trying to hit it full, send the one around the angles. Yeah, he's going to scratch. Got a really good 1 ball as well.
It just feels like Josh has had, not that Moritz is playing badly, but it feels like Josh has had so many opportunities. Is he looking to stitch him up here? Well, you better get this 1 close to the 4. He did. So he can use the 4 in the near future, like very near future. Boys at 1, 2, 3, just past the left side pocket. You better just miss that side pocket from what it looks. I guess he can get further down.
A little bit of measuring going on here.
This table plays correctly for this shot. I don't think it's the worst option to hit the big ball. Is he looking? He's looking at 4 behind it, potentially. Just a lot of options that he's looking at. It's an evaluation. I think it's 3. 1, 2 tight out of the lower right, just past the left side from the overhead told us it was 3 that way, but this way, boy, it seems tougher to come out of the 4 pocket and hit this. I think he had the right idea. I could be wrong, but I feel like he had the right idea in the beginning. While he hit it, I don't know that he was trying to hit it going in. We're pretty certain he wasn't. He was trying to go 4 behind it, but it's okay. It works.
Yeah, now Phyllis got a little bit of right or a bit of swerve, if you like. Maybe you can just see it clean as well.
Don't you feel like there might be more value in just jumping the edge of the 4 there versus that swerve losing the cue ball?
Possibly, yeah. And to be fair, before when he played safe on the 1, I didn't have enough time to look, but I was convinced. I'm sure he could get on the 2 something.
Oh, absolutely. That's the first thing I said is, oh, wow, he's going to stitch him up here. You just know how hard it is to hook these elite players. But that also tells me that his confidence is not where we build it up to be for Josh. And you said it on day 1. Maybe he's just not playing great. It happens. They're human. Play a lot of pool. He does it all. Several or similar to Federgorst. Watch the upper left corner if you catch the backside of this too. It's a big pocket up there. Every single time you catch the backside, it's gone. You're not going to try and 3-foul him here, are you? I can't imagine he is. I think you can play this to the lower left corner and maybe move the 7 if the 5 doesn't play.
Yeah, he's even lost the cue ball a little bit there with ball in hand. It's just bounced up higher than he wanted. Still get his cue through. It's almost like if a player starts off the match and they don't quite get that right positional shot, it's a bit of a snowball effect.
Yeah. On this table in particular, it does feel that way.
That was a pretty sporty shot, though, to get there. It's like this pool table's like the Augusta of the pool world. It's fast, it's difficult. Testing the players. Villa hanging in. Yeah, back to just 2 behind.
Support the companies that support us. jflowers.com. Albert Januarta, 17 years young. Got to bet that he's going to be one of the best players to ever live. Well, he plays with J Flowers for a reason. And it's not just money. He can perform with it, I can promise. Just doesn't feel to me like he's getting a square hit. It really doesn't. I don't hear it. I don't feel it. I don't see it. And the results aren't there for either of them. Yeah, is he looking to come around, try and get this to the bottom rail, or just get back up table? Left side probably better than center up table. Watch out.
Albert Yanuata is the first player through to the final 16. Absolutely thumped George Antonakis, 10 racks to 1. Just over an hour as well. The young man will be awaiting the winner of the Aloysius Yap and Duong Kwok Guang match, 7-3 to the world number 1. Okay, Neuhausen, couple of rail kick. Well, he decided to go off one. I get why. Pretty good. He may have cut the jump cue out as well. Not too sure. Neuhausen knows the red 3 is tied up. Still wants to hit the blue though, of course.
Yeah, let's take a look from above real quick. You got a backdoor chance of making the 8 here. Like Karl said, trying to come behind this. Really good effort. Didn't land in the worst position, especially with where the 3's at. No value in cutting at this, in my opinion. He's going to chip it down below the 3 and 6 most likely, or maybe what about banking the 2 at the 6 and 3? Is that too risky and drawing up past the 4? Sounds a little crazy, but it seems like you could do some damage that way. I don't think he'll take that chance.
Again, it's a good hook. Not the most difficult of hits though, so you both players are just relying on a little bit. They're just desperate for a shot. Neuhausen desperate to kick this, doesn't want to disturb the green and the red.
No, he's got an outside chance of actually making it. It's in a big ball position. Doesn't want to do that, but he's looking at it like he does, and he would go into the 3 if he caught the rail first. Boy. Tall order here. Just so tough to judge. Odds-on favorite, though, to probably get away with this. Just with all the balls left on the table. A little firmer than I thought. He's opened everything up. Boy, just not easy for filler, is it?
No, won't cut in the side. There's no bank on because of the brown 7, so it's going to have to be another hook.
Yeah, and you're dealing with a guy that can jump real well. Is it try to pin him below the 9 here?
Yeah, there's a little gap there, isn't there, Scott? A little sneaky gap in behind the bumblebee.
Is he trying to bank this past the 8? Just pin him behind the 9. Oh, that's nowhere near. That's nowhere near. Where was he going? Where was he going?
I only presume he's just misjudged it.
But was he going trying to go behind the 9, or was he trying to get the 2 behind the 7? It was hard to tell.
Yeah, I think we'll just chalk that one down as a mistake. Gotta have a go at this, sure. Pot you 2 in the corner. It's a high ball anyway, so there's an outside chance of getting on the red. Gearing up for this one. Getting himself ready to pull the trigger. Not happy. Getting back up. It's a little reset. Was not close. But where's it going to end up? Filler. Possible cross bank. It might go through that gap.
Yeah, if you play it long, it will. Especially off the 8. Really don't know if you can go wrong playing it long. Problem is, he's got to avoid the 4 and 9, so he'd have to draw out of this. He's going up to the corner. Back and forth below the 5. This is hit extremely well.
Yeah, that is much more like filler. Real clean that pot was. If he can just knock these in, he'd take it, wouldn't he? He knows he's had a sloppy start in this one. He also knows Moritz has played a really good set so far. So to be just 1 behind, he'd be more than happy. Should get the job done. That he can come back across for the 6 in the same hole, the 7's there, the 8's over the side.
Yeah, he was flirting with coming on top of the green there. I mean, I don't understand. The table's played really the way it's played all week. It's not any quicker. I think just the odd little thing maybe bothering him. Could be a little tired. You just don't know.
It's always nice when we get to this stage, though, isn't it? You know, we're at the business end. There's just a few racks to go. So, you know, regardless of what happens now, the crowd, who have been fantastic all week long here at the Metro Sportz Bar and Grill, they're going to be treated to another close finish. This was on the opening day. This just gives you an idea of what the Budweiser Arena is like here in the pool hall. We know it's not A-star photography, but it's just to give you pool fans watching online the gist of it.
I don't think the photography's too bad there. Myself, Karl.
Well, yeah, you took the picture. You would say that.
You had to say that, didn't you? 7 games to 6. Filler's got to be thrilled to be in this position. 2 going to finish up top. He's not going to have any type of luck. A lot of options. Could come down to the lower left corner. But Moritz really good at that kick and stick as well, and you know that's what Josh is thinking. Can I get deep enough behind the blue two to get it down here past the side and use the 5? Well, he's not going to kick and stick, I can tell you that. He's going to have to edge off this ball. If it were up to me, I wouldn't shoot this, Karl. I wouldn't shoot it with your money.
Yeah, all $10 of it.
Interesting. I just feel like that's a... If he was really trying to just glue the cue ball down here, he's not thinking as clear as normal. His IQ is definitely one of the best. Is he really trying to stick here? Yeah, he's eyeing that up. There's just... I don't think there's room behind the two, but when you're flat on the rail like that, you can't get into the cue ball.
Understand him taking his time here. This is such a tough shot to pull off. Joshy Phillip, you're a joke.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think he caught the two a lot thicker than he wanted to. He put his hand up. But he's still a joke.
He got it down here, though, didn't he? That was the idea. I know he was trying to sit a little thinner. But we knew it was tough.
Very, very tough.
Unfortunately, he's got to fade this.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it's not as thin as it looked. It's thin, but he's not going directly at the corner if he catches it right. Gorst could hold this no problem. I think Moritz can hold this no problem as well. And he didn't hold it, but he buried it.
I think Moritz is going to start challenging Gorst with the jump stick. He is definitely up there with that cue.
He really is. Yeah, he's always been real good with it. At least since I've been calling him. See what he's trying to do, just chip down. He doesn't want to get it all the way past the 4 here. Just wants to get it down. That's weak. Really weak. Well, if you ever had a time to punish somebody for a really pointless error, you had so much room to get safe there, it's now. I think the arena is putting a little pressure on these guys as well. We've talked about it. I really do. They're just right on top of you. Didn't feel comfortable rolling it, clearly.
No, took that gamble. Didn't pay off. Didn't pay off in the sense of he can't pop the ball anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah, that's what a fast, springy table will do to you. In the back of your mind, you're telling yourself, don't overhit this, and you underhit it. Just banking it back cross side here. Oh, he's coming all the way up. That's going to outrun.
Wow, look at that. It just kept going.
I think he banks at this to the upper left. Doesn't have to, but if he can see it all, I think he banks at it. Well, he's put the cue where the chalk is, so let's just see what he's got in mind. He can go side rail to side rail as well.
Mario He, the Panda. He's through to the last 16. 10-3 win over Claudio Cacci. Big win for the Austrian there.
I feel like he's got to shoot at this. It's the filler shot to the side pocket. Look at the cue ball. Did he get there, Karl?
He loves that shot, doesn't he? He really does. It was a little bit short of pace, but still, he's getting it on that right line every time he plays it.
Can still be a bit misleading. This looks like he's open, but he's got the short stick. I'm betting on him. Problem is position here. You don't want just a flat ball. Could go to the bottom rail and up towards the 8 and 9. I'm already counting this ball in. That's probably not the right thing to do as a commentator. Big jump here. That one ain't going to get it done.
Can Filler see the bank?
It's an option. He's looking to lay him on this middle diamond.
Yeah, good speed control that. Really was. Okay, what's the plan? Listen, pal, you ain't going to get away with this much longer. Not when you're on this shot clock, pal. There'll be none of this going on.
He's turned into a contractor. Got to assume he's looking at the upper right, but wants to play it short. Maybe send the pink 1-2 back down below the cluster. Still kind of in no man's land here. He's caught it real thin. Here comes Filler. Can't tell. I don't know if the 8 plays in a corner.
Yeah, he's going to come down for the brown 7 in the left centre. If the 8 does not go past the 9, he wants an angle to bump into it. It kind of looks like it doesn't go, but we've been fooled a lot.
See what you looked at there? It almost looked like you want to go. He can't. He's going to the left side with the 7, like Karl said. You would only imagine anyway. This was the other option. I felt it was a bit more dangerous, but he's the one at the table. He's going to feel that a lot more than we are.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit steeper on the 5 as well. I mean, he rolled it in, don't get me wrong. So the 8's going to go in the side pocket. Just watch the spin off the rail, though. You don't want it to check up too much. Oh, he's judged this one well.
Yeah, just hard to tell. Oftentimes, if the 8 doesn't go in the left corner, it won't go on the right side either. So I just didn't assume it went. Clearly does. Don't know how, but he's tied up now.
Got to knock this 9 ball in. Well, what a match between two great friends. The two Germans are locked at 7-7. Let's give you a little update on the scores. Aloysius Schaap 8-5 over Duong. Alexa Purcell 9-7. He's on the hill playing Jesus Atencio. Gerson Martinez against Jeffrey Roder 7-7. Chang Lung 7-6 up over Al Shaheen. Dennis Graben, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz still warming up. Next round is due to start at around 5 p.m. Schelnocki and Deutscher, they're also warming up. Same can be said for Sullivan Clark and Tyler Steyer. Oh, fortunate. I suppose you're always fortunate at 9 ball if you get a shot at the lowest ball, but just because the cue ball was coming low. Josh just asking Moritz if it's okay if he lifts the plastic. Yeah, the pink goes. He's got to get on the red 3 from here. That could catch him out. We've seen it. The full event. Centre of the table he's after. Yeah, that's how you've got to play the table, but look at that. He feels like it's just absolutely boinged on him. Don't know if the 4-9 can be made. It's not a million miles off. There's a decent gap in between. He's got an angle. He can still come across the face of it, so we'll see. Yeah, so he's playing for the 4. Yeah, I think he's running into the 9, though. Okay.
Here we go again. Oh, Filler has this in common. 7-7 again. Florida Open with SVB. 7-7. He missed the 7 twice. Didn't get back to the table. Watch out, Black.
Tell you what, Scott, that's hard to judge. I thought he hit that really good. That went on quite light and just bounded over towards the 8.
But it's been bounding all week. I agree. You can't judge it very easily, especially when you're coming off that single rail, like you said. You're doing a lot of guessing. You really are. And that's the problem. That's how you let up, right? Because you know it starts to do that, and then you don't get anywhere where you need to be.
So 7-7 yet again.
I like what he tried to do there. Wanted a little more out of the 5. It's not makeable.
Could be a little critical of Phil, you know, really. Knowing that this table plays the way it does, he could have drawn over to the left rail higher. just gone right over there. Decided to just try and come acute.
Yeah, the 8 wasn't a real problem, right? You could get past it, and you know you're going to get on the 5.
Yeah, it's probably just hard to tell yourself to do that because it's not really the correct shot. But maybe it is the correct shot at Augusta.
It was makeable. I
Was?
didn't even ask to go to the overhead there because I was certain. Look at this, my, is he going to get punished? Filler.
Yeah, this is the real good side pocket to go out this. This is no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, is he going to connect with the 8? Does he have to just kind of pound through it a little bit, or does he roll? So if he doesn't connect with the 8, he can just drift. He did connect with the 8. I felt like he had to pound that. Just pound through it. Make sure you get to the right side of the table.
Boy, we're having some drama in these racks, in these matches.
Well, why is he going off this side of it? I guess it's okay, but can't you come up that side and really tuck down to the bottom rail? The way the table plays, I think the other way is better. It's just me. He's done fine. I'm surprised he didn't pound through the 8 there. Just a little bit. You didn't need a lot of it.
Nice safety. He's got him locked on behind the 8, so he's got to come here. That's the idea. Try and hit that bit of the table or the ball outside, chance of cutting it in. But good luck.
Yeah, good luck. A lot of guessing here, because it does spring so much. Oh, look at this. Pretty good.
Yeah, that tells us that's not going to get chopped in.
Is it side rail or side rail?
It is. Hard to judge, though. I'm convinced he was going to go at the long bank then.
Same.
Too conservative, maybe. I get it. Don't get me wrong.
Well, check it out. It's 7-7, and they're on the 7. We've had this scenario with filler multiple times. I don't know how it happens. I don't think there's really anything to it. I'm sure he's not thinking about the 7 he missed 2 times versus Van Boning at the Florida Open. He didn't get back to the table after that. Van Boning went on to win the tournament. He's got filler measuring.
Not really sure what he's measuring out, though. Is it not just one shot you can play here? Am I missing something? Is there 50 shots available here? He's going top rail, isn't he? With a 7. That's got to slow down. You get my point, though. There's only ever really 2 or 3 options available, isn't there?
Yeah, no question. He's been good with it. He's been good with it.
Oh, that's got to make you feel sick when a guy just keeps doing that to you.
It was the same ball in the same corner early in this match where he landed on the ball. Maybe it was the upper right, but it was still very similar in shots.
How straight have you got to hit through the jump shot to do that? It was a tremendous poke.
This does sliver with a ton of inside to the corner. I don't know that he takes it. Yeah, he's going. Little guesswork here because you're so close to it. Just don't want to hit it thick. He's aware of that.
Oh, the first wobble. It's the first wobble he's had in the whole match, Scott, in 14 racks.
Yeah, he didn't want to hit it thick. He over-adjusted.
From 7-4 down, Phillip leads 8 racks to 7. These are the stats. Have a read, make what you want from it. Naught 0.3 balls on the break still for Moritz. I can't believe how low that is.
Yeah, and look at this here. Looks like it's going to be 8-8, barring any miracles.
Okay. Again, middle of the table is sort of where he usually wants to be. Doesn't want to be jacked up, and he is. He's lost the cue ball. Just changes the whole shot. The only blessing here is if you pot it, the cue ball's going to come over to the left.
It's just constantly a struggle. Constantly a struggle. Never dream he's going to end up here. The whole match has just been a bit of a struggle. Shout out to our cooks. They have been working endlessly all week.
Look at this. He's looking at going rail first. That's Weird. Why?
I think he's jarred. I'm serious. I think he's jarred. I think he's a little worried that if he catches the 4 a bit thick, he's going to fall on top of the 5. You can't worry about that. You have to worry about just making the ball.
Listen, he's going nowhere near the 5. Come on. Just pot it. I understand it's not an easy pot, but he does not need to go rail first.
Well, he did.
I know he did, but you didn't need to.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. The table, the bounce, the speed. It's not easy out in the Budweiser arena. We've seen it. Match after match. Day after day. It's actually made it very entertaining. Do love a good rail first pot though, to be fair. $7-4 down, Filler was. Overrun, he's stun, run through.
Yeah, maybe a bit of let up. You don't want to overcut this either. Love to catch the pro side.
Straight in the heart. Filler is on the hill. 9 racks to 7. Yeah, have a read yourself. I'm sure you can pick the bones out of all them stats. The biggest stat, of course, well, it's always the score. It's 9-7. Filler to break. But if you look at the break success, Filler is so much higher than Neuhausen. There, you look at it. Look, the one in the side, Filler is 100%. 9 out of 9. This is for 10. There it is, but it's lost a cue ball.
Yeah, we know what time it is, right? It looks and feels like this is... Score is right. 9-7, okay. Felt like all the big shots Moritz come with, Karl just touched on it, the break shots completely failed him.
$5-9 looks pretty wired.
He's got his back against the wall. He's got to execute. He's very good with the high ball. One of the better. Watch out, Brown. Watch out, Brown.
I'm not so sure.
I don't think any of us are, including him. You could get anywhere on the table. Anywhere on the left side of the table. And that's where you end up.
Well, just a little bit of a baby swerve. 9 racks to 8.
Well, he hasn't had the 9 moving at all. He'd love to have that. Boy, I don't know what's gone wrong with this break shot, but it's just, it's not like him to begin with. He's got a great break. It's completely gone south. It looked like he's experimenting with it now, trailing 9-8.
Yeah, I can safely say Moritz prefers a referee to rack his balls. Been a nightmare on the break department.
Don't feel like he's been the best in the rollout department this match either, Josh. You'll notice he kept the cue ball off that bottom rail this time.
Yeah, I wondered where Moritz had gone then. Thought it took a time. Here he is. Doesn't like it. He's put filler back in. What's he got in mind? Is it just chip it to the left? Not easy. Or is he going for distance? Is he banking up towards the 3? No, it's the old chipperoo. And Neuhausen, well, he was correct to stick him back. This ball cuts. There you have it. Not easy to get on the blue too. Don't even think he can, so may not attack. Maybe he could send that one around the world, try and get it on the back rail.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Kind of force follow the cue ball. There's just no future, really, in cutting at this, I don't think. If he thinks he can get there, you've got to really spin it. And the way the table reacts, watch out for the left side, because it's going to sharpen up off the right long rail. I don't mind the shot that you called, Karl, just 3-railing that. You're going to have to cut it a little bit, maybe his concern. Just going to play something simple, but that's really basic from where you are. You're trailing 9-8 in a race to 10, and you just bunt it to the top rail? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Stretchy this. Joshua the Killer Filler. He's killed many opponents over the years. He's won so much in the sport of pool, and well, he just keeps winning season on season. Looks like he's going to find the gap.
Couldn't reach it. I guess that Moritz was aware of that, and very, very intelligent guy. Did an interview with him once, and he went in depth on the psychology of the game. I saw a new side of him. Maybe he did implement the fact that Filler's left-handed and couldn't reach it. Filler's so talented, I figured he could just play opposite-handed without any trouble. Look at this. Wow.
Wow. That is unreal. Rail first, cut the one in. Take a look at this. And it comes round off the third rail and lands there.
Yeah, is he just floating in or coming? Yeah, taking a little steeper on the 3. This can be tricky. It's frozen. The 8's kind of, I'm not saying funny if he comes 3 rails, but it is there. Tough to just stay flat back and forth. Boy, is he looking? Listen, he's been evaluating more than I've ever seen him evaluate, but he pointed above the 5, and I don't think you try to get there 3 rails. It's making me nervous.
He's going to scratch. He caught the rail first, didn't he, Scott?
Sure did. But I don't think he was ever fully decided there at the speed at which he hit that. I don't exactly know where he's trying to go. Initially, it looked like he was trying to come deep into the bottom rail, right long round above the 5, but I felt like that was too damaging. That extreme spin he had on that ball, that's what caused him to catch just a piece of the rail first.
Yeah, what an error. He's played an unbelievable set as Neuhausen. Listen, Phil's played great as well. There's been a few misses and a few tricky safety shots gone wrong, but overall, both players playing at a high level on this table in this arena. Last 32 action. There's going to be another round of last 32 as well, starting, well, some of the tables will have started. It's just gone past 5 p.m.
Yeah, we'll have about a 10-minute break following this match. Players can get in the arena, hit a rack or so. Karl can prepare his speech.
Yeah, the MC, give it the big one, because SVB, he's going to be in the arena playing Robbie Capito.
I'll be honest, I don't know how Filler won this match with the way Moritz broke, and I feel like Filler's missed, and we'll probably have the stats at some point, but Filler's missed, I think, upwards of 6 or 7 balls in this set that he was supposed to make. Maybe that's crazy, but it feels like that to me.
Yeah, Filler, you know, it doesn't get mentioned enough of this, but one of Filler's attributes is he has the ability to forget what's gone on the previous rack. It is what it is. It's gone. It's the past. And he just moves forward. He moves on to the next rack. May land a little funny, though. Is this going to be a bit short? Okay, if he can pot this and just roll forward, hit the right-hand side long rail, he's okay. He's down pretty quick. Well, the battle of the World Cup of Pool partnership and friends, the Germans, it's Filler who gets the win. 10 racks to 8. 5 to 10 minutes time. Don't forget, another big match coming up in the round of 32. Hong Kong's Robbie Capito up against none other than Shane Van Boden.